Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for 80s tunes that experienced a resurgence or rediscovery, rekindling nostalgia for old fans and winning over new listeners. Number 50, I Just Died in Your Arms, Cutting Crew. Commercials and TV shows can bring a once popular song back into the public zeitgeist. I Just Died in Your Arms by Cutting Crew is one of those songs, having appeared not only in shows like Stranger Things, but also in widely seen ads such as a Planters commercial during the 2020 Super Bowl.
I just died in your arms tonight. Oh, look out! Abandoned man!
And we appreciate its return too, because I Just Died in Your Arms is a moving and dramatic song with driving drums, powerful melodies, and atmospheric synth.
I just died in your arms tonight. There must have been something you said.
The song knows just when to brood and when to go for broke, so it's no wonder that Cutting Crew's finest 80s hour has been revisited.
I should've walked away. I should've walked away.
Number 49, Blue Monday, New Order. Some songs feel very indicative of the era in which they were produced. Newer artists can then be inspired by those old songs, channeling a bit of that magic. For example, a remix of Kylie Minogue's hit Can't Get You Out of My Head aimed for an 80s vibe and achieved it by drawing from New Order's Blue Monday. New Order, formed from the ashes of post-punk icons Joy Division, featured a more synthesized, dance-friendly sound for a new decade.
Tell me how do I feel? Tell me now, how should I feel?
Blue Monday was even seamlessly inserted into the time capsule throwback trailer for Wonder Woman 1984.
It's all art. That's just a trash can.
It's just a trash can.
Number 48, Mickey, Tony Basil. Never underestimate the power of a good rah-rah. Mickey by Tony Basil featured what has to be one of the most defining music videos of the 1980s. It also included a catchy, easy-to-copy structure, one that incorporates Basil's own cheerleading history into a chant that's impossible to resist. Maybe that explains why it was later interpolated by Run DMC for their hip-hop hit It's Tricky back in 1986.
It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time, it's tricky. How is it, B? It's tricky.
Meanwhile, a more contemporary example of Mickey's resurgence can be seen in Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne, where the comparisons are blatantly obvious. Number 47, In the Air Tonight, Phil Collins. The old adage attributed to Mark Twain certainly seems to fit here. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Maybe that's why an urban legend continues to follow Phil Collins and his smash solo hit In the Air Tonight, even though that wasn't his intention.
I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am.
The tale involves a drowning man, a witness who refused to help, and Collins singing the song to a member of his audience. Eminem brought the legend back into pop culture in 2000 by referencing it in one of his verses.
You know the song by Phil Collins, In the Air of the Night, about that guy who could have saved that other guy from drowning?
Number 46, Just a Friend, Biz Markie. It's perhaps a bit morbid, but when an artist passes, it often brings fans back to the music they loved. Just a Friend by Biz Markie has appeared in television shows such as It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Blackish.
Would you say he's just a friend? Would you say he's just a friend? Oh, baby,
True to the title of his album, The Biz Never Sleeps, Markie's public profile never truly went away, since his personality and flow were so quirky and larger than life.
Oh, baby, you got what I need.
This has allowed Just a Friend to live on beyond cult fandom circles and cement its status as a true 80s karaoke jam.
So please listen to the message that I sent. Don't ever choke to a girl who says she just has a friend.
Number 45, Goo Goo Muck, The Cramps. It was a case of musical kismet, an instance where a program's song choice during a scene felt note perfect. Goo Goo Muck was covered by the Cramps for their second LP, Psychedelic Jungle. It showcased the band's darkly gothic take on hard-edged, punk-influenced rockabilly.
I turned into a teenage Goo Goo Muck.
Fast forward to 2022, and Goo Goo Muck gets included in the Netflix series Wednesday. And voila, a whole new bunch of fans join the party. The scene where Wednesday Addams dances to Goo Goo Muck was shared and reshared on social media sites, with the music of the Cramps being discovered by a whole new, younger audience. Number 44, Life in a Northern Town, The Dream Academy. The debut album from England's The Dream Academy was well received by critics at the time, earning the group a hit single with Life in a Northern Town.
And the morning lasted all day.
Meanwhile, production assistance from none other than David Gilmour from Pink Floyd allowed the Dream Academy to live on as something of a cult band through the years. This piggybacking upon a Floyd connection wasn't all that kept the Dream Academy afloat either. Their cover of Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want by the Smiths appeared on the soundtrack of Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Please, 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 let me get what I want.
Number 43, Girls Just Wanna Have Fun, Cyndi Lauper. It's not out of the ordinary for artists to try to update their biggest hits for a new decade. More than a decade after the original, Cyndi Lauper released a remixed reggae version of her smash hit Girls Just Wanna Have Fun.
Come home in the morning, like my mother says, when you gonna live your life right.
Miley Cyrus, no stranger to cover songs herself, also recorded her own take on Girls Just Wanna Have Fun while she was still performing for Disney as Hannah Montana.
And girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun.
The lasting popularity of Lauper's version shows how she transformed the original Robert Hazard composition into a fun, empowering anthem that has stood the test of time.
That's all they really want. It's not fun.
Number 42, Tarzan Boy, Baltimora. The world of professional wrestling often incorporates outside composers to write intro music for their athletes. However, companies like AEW and the WWE also occasionally license established tunes, as evidenced by Baltimora's Italo disco hit Tarzan Boy.
Hey, night, night. Give me the other chestnut. Oh, yeah.
This idiosyncratic 80s hit was given a new lease on life when it was utilized as the theme music for Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Baltimora's Tarzan Boy was embraced by the AEW faithful as well. Back when Perry still came out to the tune, it was a common sight for audience members to enthusiastically sing along.
Here are the World Tag Team Champions, Christian Cage and the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Jungle Boy.
Number 41, Master of Puppets, Metallica. The time capsule setting of Stranger Things has effectively made it a hit machine for reinvigorating classic 80s tunes and giving them a reappraised spit shine. Eddie Munson was a fan-favorite character from the series' 4th season, and he received a fittingly epic send-off during a finale that saw him go full Metallica with a spectacular performance of Master of Puppets, the title track to Metallica's 3rd LP. Old-school metalheads obviously didn't need any prodding to remember Master of Puppets, but this scene was a nice reminder and nod to the thrash metal god's enduring legacy. Number 40, Give It Up, Casey and the Sunshine Band. We don't know about you, but we're honestly glad that the vehement anti-disco backlash of the 1980s has softened thanks to plenty of retro reappraisal.
Everybody wants your love. I just like to make you mine, all mine.
This genre of music was notably inclusive of many races, genders, and sexual orientations during a time when that wasn't necessarily a foregone conclusion. We're also glad that the Danish band Cut and Move proved that disco wasn't dead with their 1993 cover of Give It Up by Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Baby, give it up, give it up. Baby, give it up. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
The original tune received little American support during its 1982 release, although the song did better in Europe. Disco never really died in Europe, or at least didn't face the same backlash, letting songs like Give It Up live on. Number 39, Gloria, Laura Branigan. Sports stadiums and arenas can be great places to hear older songs become new again. One example of that is when the NHL's St. Louis Blues went on a notable winning streak during their 2018-2019 season, and the song Gloria by Laura Branigan was a part of the ride. Some members of the Blues were allegedly at a bar where Branigan's hit was being played, and they kept requesting it from the local DJ. Pretty soon, Gloria was being played routinely at Blues games, and even reappeared on the iTunes singles charts after the team won the Stanley Cup.
And the St. Louis Blues are the Stanley Cup champions for the first time in franchise history.
You're always on the run now.
Number 38, The Never-Ending Story, Limahl. Hey, what do you know? We're back on the Stranger Things train once again, this time with the show's third season. Dustin and Susie's duet on Limahl's theme to The Never-Ending Story reminded both 80s kids and wannabe 80s kids alike of their love of this whimsical dramatic adventure film.
Turn around, look at what you see.
The Never-Ending Story was a successful solo hit for Limahl after he departed the new wave pop group Kajagoogoo, while the film captured the imaginations of legions of youngsters who grew up during the decade. Meanwhile, this scene from Stranger Things underlined just how important this tune was, bringing it to modern times in style.
Written on the pages is the answer to a never-ending story.
Number 37, Push It, Salt-N-Pepa. Isn't it funny how older artists occasionally circle back around to performing their classic hits in bite-sized format for commercials? Push It by Salt-N-Pepa was unequivocally one of the late 80s most popular hip-hop tracks.
Salt-N-Pepa's here and we're in effect. Want you to push it back.
The genre was enjoying a rapidly ascending public profile, with more eyes and ears than ever gravitating towards this new and exciting musical movement.
Push it good. Push it real good.
Fast forward to the 2010s, and those kids who rocked Push It in the 80s are likely now parents to their own children, and they're looking for insurance. Who else to sell them that insurance than Salt, Peppa, and Geico?
You want to save 15% or more on car insurance? You switch to Geico. It's what you do.
I'm pushing it real good.
Number 36, Every Rose Has Its Thorn, Poison. There's something intimate and special about sharing your favorite songs with somebody you love. We admire that Miley Cyrus has essentially promoted her favorite tunes the old-fashioned way, by covering them and sharing them with us, her audience.
Every rose has its thorn. Every rose.
This has resulted in songs from every conceivable genre being exposed to younger fans. From Communication by the Cardigans to Poison's hair metal smash Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
Just like every night has its dawn.
The latter might be considered, by some at least, as an outside-of-the-box cover choice for Cyrus, but we think she killed it with her version.
Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song.
Number 35, I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles, The Proclaimers. Some songs take a little while to resonate and find a proper audience. I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles was originally released by The Proclaimers back in 1988.
If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you.
But it wasn't a hit for the Scottish duo at first, perhaps due to its quirky and idiosyncratic nature. Enter the 1993 film Benny and June, which features its own quirky characters in search of a theme song.
But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more.
I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles came to the rescue, and audiences finally found their way to the Proclaimers. The song has since been reused for other movies, and it's now considered, rightfully so, one of the 80s most unique hits. Number 34, I Ran So Far Away, A Flock of Seagulls. Video games are big business, so it just stands to reason that the inclusion of certain older tunes might have the added side effect of finding a new and appreciative audience. The release of Grand Theft Auto Vice City in 2002 necessitated a banging 80s soundtrack to coincide with its in-game setting. The GTA series has prided itself on providing players with an immersive experience, right down to its radio stations. I Ran So Far Away was featured prominently within both the advertising and actual gameplay for Vice City, which meant that Britain's A Flock of Seagulls was now finding more new ears than ever before. Number 33, You Spin Me Round Like a Record, Dead or Alive. As recently as April 2025, You Spin Me Round Like a Record by Dead or Alive received the vinyl reissue treatment as part of that month's Record Store Day celebration. Elsewhere, this high-energy club hit was also featured prominently within the Adam Sandler comedy hit The Wedding Singer. It's sung by Sandler himself during the iconic opening sequence.
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
Jessica Simpson also covered the tune, while Flo Rida and Kesha's Right Round, well, you get the idea.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
You Spin Me Round Like a Record is just one of those prototypical 80s songs that's ever present on any self-respecting mix from the decade.
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round.
Number 32, Take Me Home Tonight, Eddie Money. It's honestly kind of strange how the 2011 film Take Me Home Tonight doesn't actually utilize the Eddie Money song of the same name within its actual runtime. Sure, the movie's trailer did feature Take Me Home Tonight prominently, and we don't doubt that Mr. Money's radio profile was raised a bit in the aftermath of that film's release. Perhaps more notable, however, is how the original Take Me Home Tonight celebrated Ronnie Spector's contribution to the classic pop hit Be My Baby. Spector's collaboration with Money on that $1 Million chorus essentially ensured that Take Me Home Tonight would remain on radio airwaves forever.
Take me home tonight, I don't wanna let you go till you see the light.
Number 31, The Final Countdown, Europe. These Swedish rock legends used to both open and close their shows with The Final Countdown. Granted, their finale was more of a reprise than a replay, but this just speaks to how huge this song was for the band back in '86. Heck, the song is still played today at sporting events across the United States and remains a staple for classic rock radio. Europe's career has continued undiminished at home and abroad in the aftermath of their worldwide smash hit. But yeah, we're honestly kind of glad more recent set lists have seen the band open with On Broken Wings instead.
It's the final countdown.
Number 30, Fast Car, Tracy Chapman. We have a feeling this folk rock song will live on forever.
You get a fast car, I want a ticket to anywhere, maybe we make a deal.
Tracy Chapman's Fast Car first gained widespread acclaim after her performance at Nelson Mandela's 70th birthday tribute concert in 1988. The song hit number 6 on the Hot 100 and earned Chapman a Grammy Award.
So I remember when we were driving in your car, speed so fast I felt like I was drunk.
Over 2 decades later, it re-entered the spotlight when Michael Collins performed it on Britain's Got Talent in 2011, sending it to new heights on the UK charts. Fast Car enjoyed yet another resurgence after country star Luke Combs covered it on his 2023 album Gettin' Old. This version became a massive summer hit, reaching number 2 on the charts and making Chapman the first black person to win the CMA Award for Song of the Year.
Leave tonight and live or die this way.
Number 29, Never Let Me Down Again, Depeche Mode. When it was first released, Depeche Mode's Never Let Me Down Again was an instant hit across Europe, cracking the top 10 in several countries. While the song has indeed never let fans down, with its up-tempo beats and infectious synths, it also helped prop the band up, keeping their legacy alive through decades. The track had faded from public memory until 2023, when it was featured on HBO's The Last of Us. Following its use in the series premiere, it saw a staggering 200% increase in streaming overnight and gained popularity on TikTok. Its appearance in the episode may have spelled doom for the show's characters, but in real life, it helped introduce Depeche Mode to a new generation of listeners. Number 28, Where Is My Mind? Pixies. A truly great song always finds its way back into the spotlight, no matter how long ago it was released.
With your feet on the air, your head on the ground.
On their debut album, Surfer Rosa, American alt-rock band Pixies included a song that initially flew under the radar. It wasn't even released as a single. However, over a decade later, the song gained new life when it was played during the closing scene of 1999's Fight Club. By then, the Pixies had disbanded, but the movie's success propelled the song to such popularity that it ultimately contributed to the band's reunion in 2004.
Your head will collapse if there's nothing in it, and you ask yourself, well.
Today, Where Is My Mind has become a staple in film and TV, often used to depict characters struggling to distinguish reality from illusion.
Where is my mind? Where is my mind?
Number 27, Material Girl, Madonna. A Material Girl never goes out of style, and this Madonna classic certainly proves that.
Some boys kiss me, some boys hug me, I think they're okay.
Released as a single from her sophomore album, Material Girl rose to number 2 on the Hot 100 and produced one of her most iconic music videos.
'Cause we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl.
It's been covered by stars like Britney Spears and Hilary Duff, but perhaps its biggest generational revival came in 2019 when rapper Saucy Santana dropped his own track with the same title.
Material girl. Chanel's and pearls, that's the trick that it takes to keep the girl.
While not a cover, Santana's version was inspired by Madonna's concept and even earned her approval. The song's popularity on TikTok revived interest in Madonna's original and led to a collaboration between the two artists. In 2022, they released Material Girl, blending the old and new into a fresh anthem.
I'm a material girl, so don't waste it. If you're not a material girl, then you waste it.
Number 26, Take My Breath Away, Berlin. It's rare for a song created specifically for a film to take on a life of its own, but that is exactly what happened with Berlin's Take My Breath Away.
Watching every motion in my foolish love's game.
The new wave band wrote the tune for the 1986 action film Top Gun, and it became a massive hit. It topped the charts in both the US and UK, and won the Oscar for Best Original Song.
Watching, I keep waiting, still anticipating love.
Just as the Top Gun franchise has soared to greater heights since then, the song has endured as well. In 1990, it saw a resurgence in the UK after Top Gun premiered on television, and Peugeot featured the track in a series of commercials. This time, it reached number 3 on the charts.
Take my breath.
Number 25, 99 Luftballons, Nina.
Hast du etwas Zeit für mich? Singe ich ein Lied für dich von.
At the height of Cold War tensions, German new wave band Nina delivered the ultimate anti-war anthem. The song, which follows the chaos that ensues after 99 red balloons are mistaken for enemy aircraft, became a massive success, topping charts around the world.
99 Luftballons, ihren Weg zum Horizont.
But even as the Cold War came to an end, 99 Luftballons never completely faded into obscurity. The song saw a brief resurgence in 2006 during a Hurricane Katrina fundraiser, when one diehard fan donated $35,000 to have it played non-stop on VH1 Classic for 1 hour. The timing was fitting, as the world faced a new wave of political tension, and the devastation caused by the hurricane mirrored the aftermath of war. Number 24, Somebody's Watching Me, Rockwell featuring Michael Jackson. Paranoia has a way of creeping in no matter how hard you try to shake it off, which explains why this song resurfaces every now and again.
I'm just an average man with an average life. I work from 9 to 5. Hey, hell, I pay the price.
Dubbed the perennial paranoia rock anthem by Rolling Stone, Somebody's Watching Me is pretty much the only memorable hit by Rockwell, the son of Motown founder Berry Gordy.
When I'm in the shower, I'm afraid to wash my hair, 'cause I might open my eyes and find someone standing there.
Featuring the unmistakable vocals of Michael Jackson in the chorus, this tune hit number 2 in the US and was commercially successful around the globe.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Thanks to its eerie themes, it has become a Halloween staple. It was during that period in 2021 that the song found new life on TikTok, climbing back onto the charts and peaking at number 47 in the UK.
I always feel like somebody's watching me. Who's playing tricks on me?
Number 23, Another One Bites the Dust, Queen. The impact of British rock band Queen on music will probably be felt until the end of time.
Let's go! She walks further down the street with the brim pulled way down low.
That notion is perfectly encapsulated in their best-selling single, Another One Bites the Dust. It was the band's second and final number 1 hit in the US, and while it initially dropped off the charts, it later made a remarkable comeback. In 2018, the song was featured in the trailer for Bohemian Rhapsody, the biographical film about lead singer Freddie Mercury. This brought the track back into the mainstream, propelling it into the top 20 of Billboard's Hot Rock Songs chart. It became even more popular, reaching the top 5 following the 2019 Academy Awards, where the film won 4 trophies.
Hey, I'm gonna get to another one bite the dust. Shoot out.
Number 22, Heaven is a Place on Earth, Belinda Carlisle.
Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth.
Some songs perfectly capture the zeitgeist of the era in which they were created. Few do that as well as Belinda Carlisle's Heaven is a Place on Earth.
When the night falls down, I wait for you.
This synth-heavy pop rock tune catapulted Carlisle to stardom, becoming her only chart topper in the US and earning her a Grammy nomination. It also served as an inspiration for Black Mirror creator Charlie Brooker while he was writing the acclaimed episode San Junipero, which is set in the 80s. As a result, Brooker featured the song prominently at the beginning and end of the episode. As viewers watched, many were either transported back to the good old days or discovered Carlisle for the first time, significantly reigniting the song's popularity.
Heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven a place on earth.
Number 21, Danger Zone, Kenny Loggins. The 1986 action classic Top Gun delivered adrenaline-pumping aerial sequences that were amplified by its unforgettable soundtrack. One of the most iconic songs was Kenny Loggins' high-octane anthem Danger Zone. Co-written by Giorgio Moroder and Tom Whitlock, the track captured the spirit of the original movie and helped cement Loggins as the king of the movie soundtrack.
She got you jumping off the deck, shoving into overdrive.
For the long-awaited 2022 sequel, Top Gun Maverick, Loggins re-recorded the song with a modern twist, but star and producer Tom Cruise chose to stick with the original version. Danger Zone experienced a massive resurgence following its inclusion in the film's opening moments. It returned to the charts in several countries, proving that a well-placed classic can still electrify audiences decades later. Number 20, Holding Out for a Hero, Bonnie Tyler. While the good men and gods may have gone, this song will never leave our collective consciousness.
Where have all the good men gone and where are all the gods?
Initially recorded by Bonnie Tyler for the Footloose soundtrack, Holding Out for a Hero has received several boosts thanks to its inclusion in various films and shows. The fairy godmother's take on the track in Shrek 2 plays over one of the franchise's most action-packed sequences. It's easily the highlight of Jennifer Saunders' iconic voice performance. Years later, the song received a much more adult treatment in Season 2 of Euphoria, when theater kid Lexi used it to poke fun at toxic bad boy Nate Jacobs. Regardless of the context, Holding Out for a Hero remains larger than life.
I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night.
Number 19, Time After Time, Cyndi Lauper. If we had a photo album of 80s memories, this would be the picture that absolutely refuses to fade.
Lying in my bed, hear the clock tick and think of you.
Time After Time has taken on a life of its own as the essential slow dance scene soundtrack across media. It really got a boost after it appeared in 1997's Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time.
From there, the song endured through the 2000s and 2010s with similarly heartwarming moments in Napoleon Dynamite and Stranger Things. Its tender lyrics focus on a drum beating out of time. The imagery of the song helped it become an anthem for outcasts looking to find support and community among each other. As the second hand unwinds, Time After Time continues to unite the Wallflowers and Misfits.
If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time.
Number 18, Don't You Forget About Me, Simple Minds. Thanks to its association with The Breakfast Club, Simple Minds' Don't You Forget About Me will forever be remembered as one of the most beloved hits of the 80s.
Tell me your troubles and doubts.
That said, it also had a moment in the early 2010s thanks to being embraced by Eazy-A. But the song's dominance didn't stop there. Nickelodeon's Victorious, Pitch Perfect, and even Glee all had their own renditions of the feel-good song.
Come on, call my name.
This anthem was a way for younger kids to urge their peers to cherish the fun times before going their separate ways. Previously the theme song of Gen X nostalgia, Millennials and Gen Zs can also relate to the song's coming-of-age message.
Don't you forget about me.
Number 17, True, Spandau Ballet. They've bought a ticket to the world, but now they've come back again.
So true, funny how it seems.
Spandau Ballet's moody ballad True has seen a new wave in more ways than one. Besides belonging to the genre, it made a comeback nearly a decade later after being sampled in hip-hop group PM Dawn's Set Adrift on Memory Bliss. Maintaining the song's riff and expanding even further on the unique atmosphere, it's the rare remake that's just as good as the original. True is most often tied to the 80s movie 16 Candles. However, it also made for a good gag on Modern Family when Edward Norton appeared as a fictitious member of Spandau Ballet. Number 16, I Wanna Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me, Whitney Houston. When the night falls, our nostalgia calls. Whitney Houston's I Wanna Dance with Somebody is the go-to 80s song for happy on-screen and real-life occasions.
Clock strikes upon the hour and the sun begins to fade.
Still a floor filler decades later, it's a staple at weddings and dances as well in rom-coms. Jenna's getting ready scene in 13 Going on 30 is easily one of the film's most beloved moments because of this banger of a song choice. And of course, The Voice's 2022 biopic named after the song once again renewed its popularity. One scene shows Houston enthusiastically listening to a demo before deciding she has to have it for herself. And as they say, the rest was history. Number 15, Sweet Child of Mine, Guns N' Roses. For all we know, the child in the title might have kids of their own by now. Guns N' N' Roses' biggest smash first saw a resurgence when Sheryl Crow covered Sweet Child O' Mine in 1999.
Now and then when I see his face, it takes me away to that special place.
In the years since, the original has been featured in movies like 2008's Step Brothers, where Adam Scott's character showed us the fun and dangers of carpool karaoke. The song also featured prominently in 2022's Thor: Love and Thunder. Thanks to its inclusion in the film, we had proof that the Guardians don't have an MCU monopoly on rock throwbacks. With lyrics of rose-colored childhood memories, it's no wonder Sweet Child O' Mine continues to resonate. Number 14, Shout, Tears for Fears. Originally written as a protest song encouraging listeners to use their voices, Shout was repurposed for Shout for England for the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Dizzy Rascal and a pre-Late Show James Corden combined their talents for some team spirit. While England sadly underperformed, the pair's efforts did not. The remade Shout debuted at number 1 on the UK singles chart, introducing the song to a new generation with a new meaning. Meanwhile, the original has been used for dramatic and comedic effect alike, from Netflix's Dark to Everybody Hates Chris. Did you really expect it to go out with a whimper? Number 13, Eye of the Tiger, Survivor. Since its introduction in the 1980s as the Rocky III theme song, Survivor's Eye of the Tiger has gotten the crowd hyped at many a sporting event, boxing or otherwise.
Rising up and back on the street. Did my time, took my chances.
The song's competitive spirit has appeared in live-action movies and animated fare alike. However, not every use has been welcomed by the band.
It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight.
Political figures like Mitt Romney and Newt Gingrich infamously faced legal action for using the song during their campaigns. Fortunately, incidents like that didn't stop Eye of the Tiger from getting in movies and shows.
Of the tiger.
Case in point, Peter Griffin gives a surprisingly strong rendition of the song as he encourages Lois in the ring. Number 12, Livin' on a Prayer, Bon Jovi. Everyone loves some 80s cheese, and Livin' on a Prayer is a giant wheel of it. Bon Jovi's 1986 signature anthem about a struggling working-class couple continues to be referenced in pop culture today, with even their own songs calling back to it. The arena rockers mentioned Tommy and Gina in their 2000 hit It's My Life, dedicating the song to them for never backing down.
It's my life, it's now or never.
In 2013, Livin' on a Prayer made a comeback to the charts after a 2009 video of a Boston Celtics fan dancing his heart out in the bleachers went viral. The song also appears in Season 3 of Supergirl, when villainous Rain breaks into prison.
I've only come to cleanse the sin of this world. Didn't feel like starting with yourself then? I'm not of this world.
Number 11, Sweet Dreams Are Made of This, Eurythmics. Who are we to disagree? Despite its title, Sweet Dreams sounds more like a nightmare.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree?
The 1983 hit's ominous vibe has made it a favorite for modern movie trailers, from A Wrinkle in Time to House of Gucci. It's also been covered numerous times, most notably by Marilyn Manson in 1995. His industrial rock rendition ramped the creepy factor up to 11, with Billboard calling its music video one of the scariest of all time. Actress Emily Browning also covered Sweet Dreams for the 2011 film Sucker Punch, and Britney Spears sampled it in Everybody from her 2007 album Blackout. Sweet Dreams was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2020, solidifying its status as a timeless 80s gem.
Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you.
Number 10, The Safety Dance, Men Without Hats. How did a quirky new wave song about pogo dancing become so popular? Well, after the death of disco in the early 80s, pogoing was the new style of dance.
So friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine.
Consisting of jumping up and down in place, Men Without Hats lead singer Ivan Dorshuk was kicked out of a club for trying the trend and wrote the safety dance in protest.
We can dance, everybody look at your hands.
The song later appeared on South Park in 2015, and Alaska Airlines filmed a parody video in 2020 to promote their COVID-19 safety precautions.
But if your friends don't mask, and why don't they mask? Well, they won't fly this airline.
With lyrics about hand washing and mask wearing, the company chose the perfect song to get the message across. Number 9. Tainted Love, Soft Cell. With a beat this infectious, it's easy to see why Tainted Love continues to bewitch well into the 21st century.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away, I've got to.
Its opening synth instantly transports the listener to a seedy underground club from the future, making its inclusion in Doctor Who a no-brainer. In the second episode of the 2005 revival series, Christopher Eccleston's Ninth Doctor can be seen dancing to it at Lady Cassandra's End of the World party.
Refreshments will now be served. Earth Death in 30 minutes.
A year later, Rihanna sampled the song in her hit SOS, referencing other 80s throwbacks by a-ha, Michael Jackson, and Tears for Fears in her lyrics. Contrary to popular belief, Tainted Love precedes the 2000s and the 80s. Before Soft Cell covered it, it was actually a 60s soul song by Gloria Jones. Number 8. Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Tears for Fears. Nothing ever lasts forever, except this song's legacy. Possibly one of the deepest chart toppers ever recorded, Everybody Wants to Rule the World's existentialist lyrics grow more relevant with every passing year. Having Lorde cover it can't hurt either. While Tears for Fears' original version contrasts its heavy lyrics with upbeat production, Lorde's 2013 cover for the Hunger Games Catching Fire soundtrack goes full dystopian in true Capital fashion. With its profound lines about greed, corruption, and human nature in the Cold War era, Everybody Wants to Rule the World continues to resonate with listeners around the world, no matter the decade. Number 7. Don't Stop Believin', Journey. Journey's Don't Stop Believin' just seems to get bigger with each passing year.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
It became particularly synonymous with 80s nostalgia in the late 2000s. Back then, it was used prominently in not one, but two huge and wildly different TV series. It first closed out the bittersweet series finale of The Sopranos in 2007. It then got a wholesome rendition from New Directions in the pilot episode of Glee. Seasons later, it stands as one of the show's most beloved covers, resonating with listeners from all walks of life, whether they assign it to endings or beginnings. Millions are still holding on to that feeling.
Don't stop believing.
Number 6. Take On Me, a-ha. Synth-pop is one of the 1980s most beloved genres, and Take On Me is arguably its crowning achievement. A sonic sugar rush from beginning to end, it gave Norwegian trio a-ha their first and only #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100, as well as one of the most iconic music videos of the MTV era. Flash forward to 2013, when it was sampled by the most unlikely artist possible, Pitbull. His duet with Christina Aguilera, Feel This Moment, transformed the iconic keyboard melody into a party song. When the rapper-singer duo performed at the 2013 Billboard Music Awards, they invited original a-ha singer Morten Harket on stage to celebrate the song's renewed success. Number 5. Careless Whisper, George Michael. Whether or not you lived through the 80s, you're almost certainly familiar with this steamy saxophone riff. George Michael's Careless Whisper hits perfectly when you're seeking out a serious, soulful breakup jam. But its flair for the dramatic is undeniably funny out of context.
I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm.
The song was used in memes galore throughout the 2010s, and even received a major movie moment thanks to its inclusion in Deadpool. In the film's final minute, Wade pulls out his phone to play Careless Whisper during his big kiss scene with Vanessa, leading into the end credits where an animated Deadpool plays the saxophone.
Till next time, this is your friendly neighborhood pool guy singing, I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you. Oh.
Number 4. Africa, Toto. As previously mentioned, the arrival of Stranger Things in 2016 introduced Generation Z to dozens of 80s classics, but none has received a boost quite like Toto's soft rock masterpiece. In the show's series premiere, Africa blasts over Nancy and Steve's makeout session. The song proved extremely popular among young fans of the show, and Weezer took note of its renewed popularity. The band's 2018 rendition became their first #1 hit on Billboard's alternative chart in a decade. And they weren't the only ones to jump on the Africa bandwagon. Later that year, Pitbull sampled it in Ocean to Ocean, which played in the DC film Aquaman to unintentionally hilarious effect.
I've been overlooked, slept on, left for dead, always against all odds like Pac said. I'm the living great Gatsby.
Number 3. Total Eclipse of the Heart, Bonnie Tyler. The 1980s were full of bombastic power ballads, but none are as beloved and ridiculed as Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my tears.
Thanks to its massive chorus and melodramatic lyrics, a 2013 survey saw it voted the most popular song to sing in the shower, over more recent hits by Justin Bieber and One Direction. Much like Mariah Carey around the holidays, it also gets a bump whenever there's a real-life solar or lunar eclipse.
Nothing I can say, a total eclipse of the heart.
During the solar eclipse of August 2017, Bonnie Tyler performed the song on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship with Joe Jonas's band DNCE backing her.
Once upon a time there was light in my life. Now there's only love in the dark.
Despite its story of falling apart, new listeners are still falling in love with Total Eclipse of the Heart. Number 2. Running Up That Hill, A Deal with God, Kate Bush. Forget roads, hills, and buildings. This 80s anthem ran up the charts a whopping 3 times.
It doesn't hurt me. Do you wanna feel how it feels?
Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill, A Deal with God made a minor comeback when a remix of the song was included in the 2012 Summer Olympics closing ceremony. But it wouldn't make waves across the pond until a decade later when it arrived in season 4 of Stranger Things. Heavily tied into Max's storyline throughout the season, Bush gave the show's producers her personal blessing to use the passionate track. It certainly paid off. The track became a worldwide hit that introduced her catalog to Gen Z listeners via Netflix, TikTok, and elsewhere. These days, we're betting she wouldn't swap places with anyone. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Never Gonna Give You Up, Rick Astley. Just as its lyrics promised, this 80s smash hit is never gonna say goodbye.
I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand.
3 decades after its release, Never Gonna Give You Up resurfaced in 2007 when 4chan users posted disguised links to the music video at unexpected moments. The now common practice known as Rickrolling revived singer Rick Astley's career and became one of the biggest memes in internet history.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.
Astley, who originally called the meme weird, eventually embraced the song's second life and gave a surprise performance at the 2008 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. As of 2025, the Never Gonna Give You Up music video has over 1.5 billion views, and the song has cemented its place in past and present pop culture. What do you think was the best decade for pop music on the radio? Let us know in the comments.
Push it good.